And we're back with some more maximal difficulty on the Badlands. And we're still struggling for food, desperately trying to stay alive. Yeah, this is why I hate this map so much, is the sheer limited amount of food. Oh, yeah, Cheaty can't find any food this round. Sorry, Cheaty. Don't worry, it'll be fine. We'll have some mush fry for you shortly. God, that stuff is terrible. But anyway, yeah, we're going to find mush fry. We're going to find muckroot. We're going to expand out here and dig out as much of this area as we can to get muckroot while we expand our crops. At the same time, we're doing a little bit of research. What are we doing? Oh, yes, we're researching carbon skimmers. Though I probably want to get into hydroponics shortly so I can throw down even more of these bristle blossoms and maybe cut down on the labor requirements. Though, yeah, food. Just food is all we're going to be concentrating on for a while now. Next up, we got some stuff out of the gate. I don't want someone who's going to consume more oxygen. I don't want someone who can't dig, and I don't want someone who can't build. That really does narrow it down a bit. Plus, more blossom seeds is more food. I'll go with that. Starvation. Yes, of course, everyone's starving. I also stuck in an extra water pump up here. The reason being it's closer to the microbe musher, which means this should theoretically be faster of a journey instead of coming from all the way down here. My dupes are still really slow at this stage of the game. Anyway, let's immediately plant those blossom seeds. Though we're probably going to need... I want to get hydroponics tiles in here and hopefully speed this up because the labor requirements are quite intensive. We just got our first crop of bristleberry in. First thing we want to do, though, is go into consumables and say, yeah, no one consume that. I don't want anyone eating that stuff. That's got to be cooked up before we make it. So yeah, bristleberry. That'll all get turned into bristleberry. That can be eaten. Oh, did you... Damn it, Janet, you just ate a bunch of bristleberry before we got a chance to grill it up. Next time. Hopefully that also gives... Oh, that gives an extra seed as well. Let's start planting, shall we? I'm going to use planter pots for now. The reason being planter pots are actually pretty handy. You could use the tile ones, but I don't want to dig out the ground floor just yet. Research is complete. We've now got access to the carbon skimmer. First thing we're going to want to do is, where is it? Get some deodorizers. I want a deodorizer right there to get rid of the polluted oxygen that's going to be coming out of those bathrooms. Polluted oxygen just causes stress and, well, it's not a big deal yet. It could become one. Next up, though, on the research, I want to get my hands on hydroponic tiles. Where are they? Yeah, hydroponics. So we got our hands on hydroponics here. That should hopefully help us automate more of the bristle blossom farming. Though, yeah, that's going to eat into our water supplies an awful lot more. Well, everything's going to eat into our water supplies. Nothing that can be done about it at this early stages. Ooh, I've started getting starvation warnings. Even though I have plenty of food, time to start changing up the schedule. Everyone's going to need an extra downtime slot. I think they're not getting back in time to use the bathrooms and get food. Most likely because this is getting a little bit further away every time. That should hopefully sort that out. If we need to give them more downtime, well, I suppose we'll have to. Over here, yeah, all going well. You know what? Let's add in some more muckroot. Copy settings. Or sorry, lice loaf. Meal lice. That's all going to go on there. I'm going to have to replace these with hydroponics, but I'm still researching them at the moment. Once we get hydroponics, I'm going to rip those out and replace hydroponics on the bottom. Actually, well, I'll wait until the first crop finishes growing. And that crop finishes growing. I don't want to waste the grow time. We need every single possible calorie we can get right now. Research complete. Excellent. What are we going to choose next, though, is the question. I think electrolyzers and rusty oxidizers might be our next port of call. Doesn't require an awful lot of research, and there is an awful lot of rust and salt over here that we can turn into even more oxygen. So, seems like a good idea. Though right now, food, and more food. In fact, let's immediately put in some of those hydroponic tiles we saved up for. You know what? Yeah, one there. We can get rid of this. You can cancel that. Yeah, we'll sort this. Replace all of those with hydroponic farm tiles. It will just cut down on labor because the only thing they need is water. We pump it in, problem solved. Oh, skill points. That was it. I saw some skill points coming in. So, yeah, Eleanor and Jason straight into that super hard digging. Namely because they've got a passion for it, which means it costs us less morale. And as well as that, they can now mine abyssalite. The only thing we can't go through is diamond and obsidian, which is the very final level. So we should have access to just about every biome now. Chidi, do we want to send them into advanced research? You know what? I don't think we do. I think we'll get them into improved carrying first. Wait, no. They're not really set up for that. Janet, though, on the other hand... I could improve her. I think we'll have to improve her carrying, namely because she is stocking up the cooking machine. If it was just cooking she was doing and someone else was doing the stocking for her, I'd just get her more cooking. But as it is, no, we're going to have to get her the improved carry. And GD, you know what? You do spend a lot of your time carrying stuff. We'll get you carry capacity as well. It just helps cut down on all that annoyance. Anyway, Although when they hop into the machine, it actually looks a little bit painful near the end. It's like, oh, my brain's gotten bigger and ow, that hurts. We'll skip this forward a bit while we get all the hydroponic tiles in place. And next up on the research list was, oh yeah, the electrolyzer. So should we dig in here just yet? I think we'll hold off on that just for the time being until we finish off our new water pool down here. Oh, next up, let's see what the printing pod has in store for us today. We've got nothing we really care about. Unconstructive, yokel, I'd prefer to avoid it if I could, and biohazardous is not really the nicest one. When I'm looking at these, I just look at the negatives first. I mean, we could theoretically go with Harold, but honestly, we've already got enough dupes for the time being. We'll just take the oxalite and throw it down. Can't hurt. Let's continue on, scraping by just barely on food. It's the muckroot that's keeping us alive and all of the excavation that we're doing. The microbe musher with the mush bars, they're barely just sort of helping out. Barely. Research complete. Love it. We have rusty oxidizers now. I think next up, we want to start improving our power grid. So we're going to get smart batteries, and then after that, we're going to get conductive wire. Reason being, one of the only benefits of being on this map is there's pieces of iron strewn about the place. Where is the mineral overlay? Give me metals. So, where is it? Yeah, there's actually refined iron in some of the outer edges over here, so we can go through and dig it out, and that's some neutronium. And I have not been looking out for geysers now, have I? Unfortunately, this is the only one I can see, but we're going to have to go in and find out what that is. Yeah, we'll set those all to priority 6. Our people will get around to that in a reasonable time frame. I do have a few priority 6 builds going on pretty much everywhere. We're frantically trying to get as much muckroot as we can while expanding our crops as quickly as we can. It's an interesting balance, this Badlands map. And once it's a ridiculously high profile, yep, into there. Is there anyone else going to come along? No pending deliveries. That's fine. In that case, we shall just go boom, and yep, eggs drop on the ground. I just want to migrate all the hatches over there. Some of them are over here at the moment, and once they lay an egg, what age are you? 19? Oh, it'll be a long time before you lay an egg. But anytime they lay eggs, I'll try and dump them over here just so that they're out of the way of the rest of the area, and I don't want them eating clay or anything that might change their egg lay chances. Wow, those are some pretty industrious dupes, Janet and Jason. Anyway, let's move this along, shall we? Oh, we've also got another skill point up for one of our duplicants. It's Michael. Now, they are going to be a rancher, but for the time being, we're just going to get them an improved carry. Improved carry will just help them stock everything up, especially considering we're still barely surviving on Micro Musher. I've got them doing a priority build over here, or dig over here, just to hopefully find us some more muckroot to tide us over. However, our second crop of bristle blossoms is about to come along. The moment they're done, I will dig them up and plant them in the hydroponics beneath them. Oh, and I need to get a water pump in, don't I? Oh, I should really finish this off. Hopefully by the time they're finished, I'll be able to dig this up down here, put in a liquid pump, and start pumping the water directly into the hydroponic tiles. Ooh, printing pod, let's see what we got. Triophobic, I don't like, a narcoleptic, so that's a definite no. Bottomless stomach, yeah, considering our calorie requirements, no. Loud snooper, I could almost deal with, but I just don't want another dupe right now. It's still too much touch and go, especially with the food shortages going on. But soon we'll have another crop of bristle blossoms in. Hopefully that will get us an extra seed or two. What's Michael's skill at this point? They've been doing some farming for a while. They've got to have at least gotten a little bit better. Oh, they've got 1 skill level. Seed chance 10%. Oh, that's not great. Come on, give us a seed. Drop us a seed. No, nothing. How about this one? 1 seed? Nope. Never mind. No seeds it is. Well, now that that is all done, what we will do is we will deconstruct those. And you know what? I think I will cancel these for the time being. Just so that after these are done, I can replant them down here in the right next to the free light source. Ooh, research complete. That is, yeah, first level of power. Next level coming up. I don't think I've ever played an egg start that was this slow. I mean, we're expanding, but just really, really, really slowly. It is just incredibly painful to try and expand in this. Oh, there's more water over there. However, I'm trying to get the water tank down and set up here, and I can't really use hydroponics tiles until I get plumbing through them. They don't really work right. They can't be provided water manually. You have to pump it in. So I have set up a very large group of high priority commands to get the plumbing laid in and the liquid pump hooked up, so we can start just getting these working. I'm also going to have to get these working up here as well, aren't I? Wonderful stuff. This has been a horrible mess. Would you look at that? Michael's got sparkle streaking going on. Ah, excellent. Where? Oh, smelled flowers? Where do I have pollen running around the place? One moment. Ah, it's the bristle blossoms. When the bristle blossoms ripen, they give off a floral scent. And that's what's giving them a nice little bonus. That's kind of nice. We've got more research completed as well. Let's have a quick glance. Yeah, we've got conductive wire. Perfect. I can make 2K wires out of everything. Now, what should we do next? You know what? Let's just cut out the research for a while. We need to catch up on a lot of things. We've got a carbon skimmer, a power plant. We've got a lot of things we have to put in. We might as well stop wasting resources on using science for the time being. And until we've implemented the tech we've already got, there's no point wasting any more time on it. We are so close to getting this ready. All we have to do is dig that hole out. Come on. And there we go. Eleanor got a bit wet, but hopefully she'll be fine. Perfect. Perfect. Now that she'll start pumping the water up. How did that splash so far? Anyway, that will start pumping the water up. The water will go into our hydroponics. Excellent. Now all our bristle blossoms are completely automated. I probably could have organized that better, but hey, works out. Now, we'll clean this mess up. We don't want anyone getting any hypothermia or anything. That would be very inconvenient, especially with the stress reactions that are possible. And, printing pod. Let's see what we've got going on. Liam does look good, but not at this stage of the game. It's too early. And I'm not even bothered with shiny nymph eggs. They're more of an inconvenience than anything else. We'll reject all of that, and we'll wait to see what the next one holds. Down here, we can deconstruct that now. Yeah, we don't need that anymore. And we'll put in a little bridge across so we can get in and out. That also has the handy side effect of trapping that hatch over there, which makes it a little bit easier to manage and contain. Okay, we've got our bristle blossoms automated. All we got to do is get some more seeds, which would be nice. We still don't have nearly enough mealwood or food or anything. We're still, muckroot is the only thing keeping us going. The mush fry is barely kicking in, and the amount of planter boxes we need is sort of ludicrous. Well, the amount of mealwood we need is ludicrous. But we're going to keep expanding, coring out the whole area, and there's a whole biome down here I can dismantle. Yeah, I think we're going to take that all apart. And we're going to maybe expand our water tank a little bit while we're at it. Before I put in the power plant, though, I think we're about to get in here and see what's going on. What do we got? Analyze natural feature, saltwater geyser. Perfect. 95C saltwater. Ooh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. We can't dig it out just yet because, well, yeah, we don't have the ability to mine obsidian, but that will solve most of our water problems. It'll be hot water, but once we get some plastic, we can get around to the cooling of that. Anyway, yes, we need to go down here and we need to set up our power supply and set up our carbon skimmer. This should be fairly straightforward and simple to do. Some of the more astute of you may have noted, I forgot to research the water sieve. I'm going to need the water sieve to complete the carbon skimmer loop, just so that we can turn the polluted water back into clean water to dump back into the carbon skimmer. But it's only a couple of steps down the research tree, and once it's done, we'll have the bottom of this place under control and won't have to worry about this carbon dioxide causing our duplicants so much breathing issues down here. Power sorted. Carbon skimmer starting to go up slowly but surely. Research-wise, we just need to get the water sieve, which we should have shortly to finish that off. At the same time, I'm replacing the entire power grid with 2 kilowatt wire because, well, we found a bunch of iron ore around the map. Iron around the map. So once you have iron, why not? It's cheap, it's efficient, it's nearby. I'm not going to waste time messing around with the lower level wires if I don't have to. Food-wise, we're still barely getting by. The muckroot is helping us out, and we've got just about enough mealwood and bristle blossoms going around to keep us just barely afloat. We're going to see what happens, though. We should, by the time we run out of muckroot, we should hopefully have enough crops to sustain five dupes. Anyway, let's finish this off so we don't have to worry about carbon dioxide at least. And there we go. Carbon skimmer is up and running. That's going to dump polluted water into our water sieve. Water sieve should... we'll spit it out once we get some sand. There we go. And that should be enough. I don't want that to back up, so let's get rid of the liquid bridge. Yep, let's deconstruct that. Hopefully that won't back up if we do this right. Come on. Yeah, once that liquid bridge is gone, that will mean it's a closed loop system and we don't have to worry about it. We're still, though, replacing all of the power wire shredder base. Oops. But it should be fine. That should take care of all the carbon dioxide. Now we just got to get rid of some of the chlorine. Chlorine is actually not that bad. All we have to do is find one of these Dasha salt vines. Now, I couldn't get my hands on that one before because of the obsidian, and I couldn't seem to harvest it at an angle, but I think we'll just cut in here. We'll go grab that salt vine, and once we've grabbed it, let's see. You know what? I might want to maybe put a little ladder there. Once I've grabbed that salt vine, it consumes consumes chlorine. So once all the carbon dioxide goes down, we will just stick a... let's grab some food, hydroponic tile. No, farm tile I think is all we need. We just need to rotate that around. There? No, we'll put it there. Damn it, I probably should have pushed that back a chunk. Yeah, we'll leave that there. It'll be fine. Then we'll hang our salt vine down here, and that should consume all the chlorine slowly but surely. Though I might want to keep some for later. You know what? No, we'll have bleach stone. I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, what have we got for blueprints? Nothing I care about. Loud sleeper, bottomless stomach, allergies. Not really worth it. Fried mushrooms, 8,400 calories. That'll help out. Cannot complain. Done, dusted, all finished down there. Once we get that dash of salt vine, we can finish that off, which should hopefully be quite shortly. Right, we've got the bottom of the base sorted. That means all the carbon dioxide, gone. All the chlorine that floats down here, gone. I just like having those finished, not having to worry about them, done and dusted forever. And next up, we're going to enlarge the water tank just a little bit and pour that in there, and probably that one as well. We got room for it. See what I might want to expand it just slightly more if I'm going to put in both of those. That is an awful lot of water. We can also dig that all up for more seeds, hopefully, more muckroot, more everything. Algae as well. What's our algae levels at? Algae 7.3 tons. Okay, we're not doing too bad. But once we get rid of those two tanks, we should... maybe we can get rid of that one as well. You know what? Nope. Not going to... We're in a stress-free spot right now. Our food is just about doing fine. We don't have quite enough. Let me actually do the quick math on how many of these we need to support this many colonists. Checking the math on this, you need 10 mealwood to support one dupe, and you need 6 bristle blossoms to support one dupe on this difficulty settings. We've got about 20 mealwood, so we can support 2 dupes on that, and we've got 6, 7, 8 bristle blossoms, so we can support 2 and 1/3 of a dupe, or 1 and 1/3 of a dupe, so we can support 3 and 1/3 of a dupes, and we have 5. So yeah, we're still dependent on getting muckroot until we get even more seeds. Well, on the bright side, I'm going to demolish all of that. All of it's got to go, it seems, because I need every single seed we can possibly get our hands on. Ooh, water tank, almost done. I might even expand that a little bit wider. I want all the water on this map. To make things a little easier on myself, I like to replace the walls of my liquid tanks with these airflow tiles. Just means that all the gases in here can flow across here and get destroyed by the carbon skimmer and the salt vine. And it makes it a little bit easier to work in this area. As well as that, we're going to dig in here and expand out the liquid tank, and we're going to drop all of this in. Just give me 1 minute there. Ooh, while all of that is going on, new printables are available. Gold amalgam. Ooh, we can't get gold amalgam on this map. 2 tons of that might be kind of nice. Who am I kidding? It's definitely nice. We'll take that 2 tons of amalgam. We'll find some sort of use for it. That's... maybe I should have turned off care packages to make this harder. I don't know. I like the randomness of it and what it can get you. I mean, I don't think you can get Thimbleweed on this map without it, and I kind of like Thimbleweed. It gets you insulation in the late game. Otherwise, the late game is a bit of a grind. Oh, nope. I want you to put a ladder across there. Perfect. And that should hopefully allow us to expand our little liquid tank by quite a bit. Who's starving? Come on, Jason. What are you doing? Why are you hungry? Did you just not get back in time? That might be it. You might just not be getting back to get food in time before you get summoned to bed. Oh, and I reinstalled the speed mod. I was wondering why it was taking me so long to get anything done. It was because all my mods were disabled. Something to do with them crashing out when I was playing around on my old map. I was trying to finish off the old steam chimney. But yeah, everything's back up and running now, and we should quickly get this all done. Done. Problem solved. Now to add in some more water. I suppose just... Perfect. A couple of dupes may get some wet feet, but it won't be the end of the world. We can drain all of that tank out, then we can start on the next one. Yep, keep running. Don't go in there, people. Oh, blossom seed found. And that hatch should probably stay there. Oh, why are you all running in there? Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of seeds and things they can gain access to. Never mind. It's fine. It's fine. So long as people stress us and get too high, we should be okay. Well, that was relatively easy. And our liquid tank is now looking very, very healthy indeed. Once we get rid of this bit here, we can just demolish everything in here. I might even... Yeah, we're going to pour in that water as well. So much water. And would you look at that. I saw this just a little while ago and I realized we are so lucky. It's a stone hatch egg. I might even build an incubator just to incubate this sucker. We can start up ranching pretty much immediately. And would you know it? We've just gotten rid of all of the water here, so we've got plenty of room to put in some hatch farms. Oh, also here as well. How's our skills looking? Anyone up to level? Oh, would you look at that? Now we've got the ability to mine everything. Ah, oh, beautiful. Michael, what are you in? You know what? We'll put you straight into critter ranching. I think we shall. That's good for our Janet. You know what? You'll get your cooking level 2. Should we? Actually, no. We might get you into more improved carry. Yeah. Oh, Chidi. No, Chidi will... Oh, you know what? I'll think about those in a minute. I want to do a little bit of planning in the background, but first, let's see what our blueprints are looking like. Oh, come on. A second rancher. Seriously? I shouldn't take them on. I should not take them on. I should not take them on. Let's welcome Tahani, our newest rancher. We now have 2+7 husbandry ranching dupes, which, yep, I shouldn't have hired them, but whatever, it's fine. We'll get them another. We have a table in place, food-wise. You know what? Our food is going up. The mush bars are helping out. This might not be a terrible decision, probably. Yeah, we'll just get her skills sorted. Straight into improved farming, of course. Then for her priorities, we'll just downgrade build and dig for now. We'll up ranching by 2, and we'll give her farming by 1. That just means she'll get into ranching once it becomes available. Same with Michael. We'll get them. Both of them will do the ranching first. Any farming, they'll do that second. Yeah, now time to get rid of the last of this water and start installing all our glorious ranches. Before I go around installing those ranches, though, I've done a little bit of exploration. I'm exploring out to the right and left just to see what's available. What I have discovered is we're very close to the right-hand edge of the map. That's the miscalculated pod location for you. I don't know what we are, though, up-down, whether we're closer to the magma biome or closer to space. Oh, and we have got all of that dug out. Okay, fine. Let's maybe go a little bit further this direction and see what's out here. I might want to bring some oxygen with me. It's getting a little bit dry over there, shall we? A little bit of an oxygen diffuser, we should be good to go. Printables, let's see what we got going on. Ooh, an arbor acorn. I don't know if there's trees on this map. Let's take it to be safe. People have advised me that putting this in is not maximum difficulty because care packages can give you too much, but I don't know. I like the ability to get some of the things that you can't normally get on maps. Like some of the plants, they're just so useful. I mean, I want trees. I want to do some playing around with ethanol on this map, so I would like to have a few trees to play around with. Once that's up and running, which should hopefully be shortly, we'll push it a little bit further left and see what else is on this map. My 2 dig dupes are absolute digging machines. Jason and Eleanor out here. Oh my god! Let's crank it up to max speed. They're cutting faster than the oxygen can keep up with them. They keep having to stop to let the oxygen catch right back up with them. I even put a diffuser there just to help aerate this tunnel faster. But they are doing some ridiculous speed. Look at that. Halfway across the map already. Yeah, I'll stop gushing over them and skip this forward a bit. So we're pretty far right. I eventually found the edge of the map, and yeah, we're really, really mislocated. Our pod location is really, really far to the right-hand side of the map. Not the worst thing in the world. It'll just be interesting to see what happens. Another blueprint one, wart seed, oxalite. Yeah, noodle arms, fletching, don't care. We'll just take the oxalite. Can't hurt. Which reminds me, what's our algae at? Algae's going down. We're going to have to go on a little bit of a campaign. Well, on the bright side, I was going to take out a bunch of stuff because we did want more room for our hatch farm, so that can all go. This is the joy of having such wonderful diggers. They will immediately demolish anything that gets in their way. I think we can cancel those. We don't need any further direction that way. Ooh, ice biome. I forgot there was ice biomes on this. We can do sleep week later on. Anyway, we'll dig this out and we'll put ourselves in some hatch farms, shall we? Well, we've got most of this dug out, though there's an awful lot of algae in there I want to get my paws on. We got another one of these. What do we got looking forward to? Oh, yeah, like we need more muckroot. Narcoleptic, triphobic, slow learner. You know what? Yeah, we'll just take the muckroot, it seems. They're all pretty terrible. I was looking at this hatcher. This hatch only had a 2% chance to lay a stone hatch egg. We got super lucky. I was going to have to get a regular hatch and just feed it a bunch of sedimentary rock to make sure it laid a lot, to increase its chances of laying a stone hatch egg, but turns out we didn't have to do that at all. Anyway, yes, hatch farm. I think I'll put one right here, though I might want to migrate this hatch. Ooh, and before we do that, I'm going to need the tech for it, aren't I? We need this technology here so that we can manage hatches, produce incubators, and do all little bits and bobs. Ooh, and I'm also going to want to get my hands on some automation tech so that we can immediately automate this. We've got the refined iron, so why not? it turns out demolishing this area has yielded an awful lot of seeds. We actually have even some spare mealwood seeds. I think we can stop at the mush fry. We can finally turn that off. No more mush fry. That I'm not gonna lie, that feels good. We have about, what is it? Well, we have enough here that we can almost support, once we get 3 more of these in, that'll support 4 whole dupes. There'll be 40 of them there. And then we've almost got enough bristle blossoms to support another 2, bringing us up to 6. Yeah, I think we're good to cut out the mush fry. This was actually not as horrible as I was anticipating. Oh, and I need to dig this out here. What was it? Yeah, we're going to dig that out. And then that, and then, yeah, all that water should flow down there into our liquid tank. Some of our dupes will get some wet feet. It's going to happen. They'll be fine. They'll get over it. And now we can go about putting in our ranches. We don't have the incubator tech just yet, but we can at least start these ranches up. One thing we're going to want to stock up here is what kind of minerals we're going to feed them. Since we're going with stone hatches, well, from the beginning, this makes things far simpler. Probably granite. Granite looks to be the most common material on this map. So we'll fill that up and we'll make it a low priority. Done. We're going to have granite stored in there at priority 5, and we're going to have granite put into the feeders at priority 4. How is someone starving, Janet? Seriously, Janet, what is wrong with you? Calories 929. Am I not giving them enough downtime? Because this is not the first time I've seen this happen. No, Janet got her food just in time and made it to the table. Though, you know what? I may want to give them that 4th downtime slice. It's going to cut into my productivity, but you know what? I'm a benevolent overlord, and they might as well have some nice downtime for themselves. And Tahani, what are you doing over there? You should be on the same shift as Michael. Yeah, we'll put Tahani over there. She is a daytime person, so we want her awake during the day. Or, wait, Janet? Why is Janet there? Damn it. Apologies. Tahani is now on the same schedule as Michael, and Janet is on the same schedule as Jason for obvious reasons, and they've got she has the daytime bonus. All right. We're almost finished this ranch, and we've almost got the tech. What tech are we missing? I think we just need incubators. And I think we're going to power our incubators. We want to start up our farming really fast. So, yeah, let's just throw on an incubator. We've got enough coal, 46 tons of this stuff. And we're going to have even more once we get these incubators up and running. So why not just throw in an incubator and be done with it? What's a nice, good... We want to pick a place to put it, though, where the heat won't be as much of an issue. I think back here... Yeah, you see, I don't want to put it too close to the hatcheries because it's also close to my farms and I'm going to need them for a while. We need to be careful about where we put it because it does generate an awful lot of heat. In the end, I decided to stick it down here by the power generators. It will overheat at 75 C, so what I'm trying to do is get rid of the carbon dioxide out of there. Carbon dioxide is terrible at taking the heat away, so preferably with oxygen, it won't be as bad. We're going to have that incubate stone hatchling eggs. We are going to incubate all the stone hatch eggs. Then, we have to set up a drop-off. That's why I left that space there. I couldn't quite remember why I needed that extra tile. My brain wasn't quite in it. But there we go. Once that's in place, we can have that drop off the stone hatch eggs as they come out. And, oh yes, we're going to have to do automation. Do we have the skill points for it? Ooh, well, some people possibly do. Well, these ones, Eleanor and Jason, our diggers, are definitely getting straight into improved carrying, just so they can carry more stuff. Wait, what am I doing? Super duper hard digging is what the helmets they should be wearing. Cheaty here, we're going to get them into, well, they might as well get them advanced research and improved carry capacity. They've got 2 points. Janet, I think improved carry and improved grilling should also be good, but I think we're going to respec her later. We're going to need a mechatronics engineer if we want to get into automation, and she's got good skill points. She's probably, the closest one to getting 5 points of all of them, and she already has the like for mechatronics engineers. So that might be useful. That means we're going to need another, someone else to take over the cooking duties at some point. So we're going to have to hire another dupe. Michael, you know what? We'll stick with improved carry capacity. That's still very important right now. Tahani is going to get straight into critter ranching. That way we've got 2 ranchers going on. Everyone's got their shiny new hats because, hats are important in this game, it seems. Or I'm constantly reminded that hats are very important and I should give them to my dupes more often. Everyone's getting zapped. So, yeah, let me see what blueprints we've got. Maybe we've got something interesting. No, we don't. Gastrophobia. Well, yeah, gastrophobia I can live with. 1 second. I'm thinking this dupe over here fills 2 roles for us. We're going to need a decorator at some stage later on in the game. And at the same time, we're also we may need medicine. I'm not sure how important medicine is going to be later on. So say hello to Vicky. Yes, Vicky is going to be our artist. With all of that done, we want to set up the priorities in this, and I'm going to set this Ooh, very high. We're going really high in this so we can get that stone hatch egg in there. Once that gets lullabied, has it been lullabied? Yes, that should increase the incubation rate. Ooh, we're going to have a stone hatch in no time. So we probably should get this filled up. Stone hatch, set to granite. Yeah, no, that will get filled up eventually once they finish topping up those. With all of that done, I think the only thing left to do... actually, what is left to do? Oh yeah, build a bunch more ranches for later on. I might as well get these done now while I've got the time. And yeah, algae. You know what? We're going to start putting in a rust deoxidizer as well. For that, we're going to stick in a bunch of airflow tiles down here and stick in a rust deoxidizer right on top. Reason being, these things give off chlorine, which is a bit of a nasty problem. But we don't have to worry too much because, well, this is going to be right above our chlorine disposal area. We may want to make some more of these higher up, but this will just be a handy way. You know what? We will disable that building. This will be a handy way to save us on some algae for a while. Checking the clock, that's all we really have time for today. We've run out of time, unfortunately, but we do have plans for tomorrow. Well, for Monday, I suppose. First, we're going to get some automation. I'm already researching the necessary automation to take care of these ranches so that we can automate these fully and free up some more labor. It's not going to be a problem at the moment, but as our ranches expand, it is definitely going to become an issue. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to dig up here, and I want to see how close we are to space. Maybe there's some space stuff up there we can get access to. Maybe get some... we could maybe ranch some shovels early for the extra meat if possible. At the same time, there is another vent or geyser down here that we have to have a look at. We'll check that out later in the next episode. But for the time being, I think this is going pretty well. We've got all of our food needs sorted. True, we may have slightly more dupes than I should have maybe went for, but, you know, it's fine. We're not dead. Oh. Yeah, I forgot about these. Yeah, we also got a bunch of achievements while we're at it. But, yeah, I think this all went quite well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this second episode into Badlands, and good luck.